Hi, welcome to Mastering Excel for Business Finance, Costing, Break-Even, and Cash Flow Modeling. I'm glad you're here. My name is Kelechi Agamuo. I will be your instructor throughout this course. I want you to think of this course like a friendly workshop where we sit at the same table, open Excel, and build tools you can actually use in the real world, not just theory. So, what are we doing in plain language? By the end of this course, you'll know how to do 3 practical things really well in Excel. Calculate the true cost of your products, find the break-even point for your business, and forecast cash flow for the next 12 months. We do all of that using one consistent example, a small bakery called Greenleaf Bakery, and every exercise will use the same sample dataset, so you don't get lost switching between examples. You can download the example file using the links in the description below. Why does this course matter? Because numbers answer questions you can't eyeball, like, for example, if I drop my price by 10%, how many extra loaves do I need to sell to keep my cash positive? Or if my flour cost jumps, what happens to my monthly cash? Those are the sorts of questions we answer, and we answer them with clean inputs, transparent calculations, and easy-to-read outputs. In general, this is a quick snapshot of what you'll learn at the end of this course. Build clean input sheets so your model doesn't break when someone types in data in a weird format. Create a unit cost calculator that adds up flour, sugar, labor, and packaging so you know exactly the cost of producing one loaf of bread. Run break-even and scenario tests using what-if tools, which are easy to change and rerun. Forecast a 12-month cash flow with opening and closing balances so you can spot months where you might run short of cash, and build interactive dashboards with charts, conditional formatting, and drop-down selectors. Let me paint a quick picture using Greenleaf Bakery. Imagine Greenleaf sells 3 products, a loaf of bread, an assorted pastry, and a packaged cake. For each loaf, we can track how much flour and sugar it uses, how many minutes of baker time it takes, and how much packaging costs. We also record rent, utilities, and a modest equipment depreciation figure every month. All of those numbers go into a unit cost sheet. Once we know the unit cost, we can calculate contribution margin. And then we can ask, how many loaves do we need to sell to pay the rent? That's the break-even point, and we demonstrate that visually so it's obvious at a glance. Before we proceed, you should understand that the Greenleaf dataset is fictional. However, it's designed to be realistic and easy to follow, and I picked ingredients and overhead numbers to make the exercises meaningful. If you want to swap in your real numbers later, everything is built so you can plug them in without breaking the model. I also used publicly available commodity and labor references to set our sample assumptions. For example, the flour import price ranges and local baker salary benchmarks. These are listed in the workbook's sources sheet. For context, flour import prices used for benchmarking appear in sources such as Tridge, and labor/salary signals came from aggregated salary sites like Glassdoor and the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. See the sources sheet in the downloaded workbook for links and notes. Who should take this course? Honestly, anyone who handles numbers for a small business or who wants to move into roles like financial planning and analysis, financial analyst, or operations finance. If you're a student, this course turns accounting and theory into tools you can put on your CV. If you're a business owner, you'll walk away with a working financial model you can use to price products, test promotions, and plan cash. Practically speaking, after completing this course, you'll be comfortable with tasks like building an invoice-to-cash forecast, producing a monthly profit and loss for a product line, or creating a short management slide that shows where cash will be tight next quarter. What job skills and roles does this map to? The ability to build financial models in Excel is highly sought after across numerous industries, including tech, manufacturing, retail, consulting, banking, and startups. In this course, you'll learn and master hands-on Excel skills, including XLOOKUP, index match, SumProduct, tables, and data validation techniques. Additionally, model design, inputs, calculations, outputs, as well as basic finance concepts, contribution margin, break-even, and cash flow. Completing this course will prepare you for roles like financial analyst, where you'll analyze financial data to help companies make investment decisions. A business analyst. This requires you to use data to improve business processes and strategies. Management accountant. This accords you the privilege to prepare financial reports for internal use in decision-making. FP&A analyst. where you'll be responsible for budgeting, forecasting, and variance analysis. Startup founder/small business owner. This equips you with the skills required to make critical financial decisions to ensure growth and sustainability. Thus, the skills you gain are directly applicable to job responsibilities like preparing budgets, building sales forecasts, analyzing profitability, and presenting financial results to stakeholders. As for salary, roles requiring these skills can be quite lucrative. For example, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median salary for a financial analyst in the United States is about $101,910 per year and $48.99 per hour. Glassdoor also reported a median salary of $140,000 per year for financial modelers. Basic requirements to complete this course. To make sure you get the most out of this course, there are a couple of things you'll need. They include a basic understanding of Microsoft Excel. This is essential. You should be comfortable navigating the Excel interface, entering data, and writing simple formulas, like equals A1 plus B1. We'll cover the more advanced functions you need right here in the course. If you're new to Excel, you can take our Excel Foundations course. See links in the description below. You'll need a Windows PC or a Mac with a recent version of Microsoft Excel installed. If you're using a mobile device, you can still join this course, but for the best results, a PC is required. What you'll produce by the end of this course. Below is a high-level list of the practical deliverables you'll complete. Each topic includes short practical exercises. The module's final activity is a template you can download and reuse. A model skeleton workbook, clean inputs sheet, calculation sheet, and outputs. A unit cost calculator you can reuse for any product. A break-even and scenario sheet with a chart and goal-seek examples. A 12-month cash flow forecast that rolls forward opening and closing cash automatically. An interactive dashboard with slicers and alerts for quick decisions. Now that we've covered the what, why, and how, let's get ready to dive into our first module. Up next, we'll explore the fundamentals of financial modeling. If you're ready, let's do this.